Go. Episode 125.
Welcome to episode 125 of the Hurricane Mike Show. And Dad, we can finally announce it. We are officially under a month away till the kickoff weekend. Man, 30 days, bro. I've been counting since it was like 108 days, bro. I've been counting down, man. 30 days till the start of the regular season. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Hold on, I'm reading something right now. Okay. Sorry, just reading an email. Anyways, but we obviously gotta start, with our usual. That you know how the season starts in 30 days, right? Which means like there is 30 teams that have a chance to win, or no, there's 31 teams that have a chance to win the Super Bowl. One of the teams, though, the chances ain't too good. Because why?
You know why, man. You know why. Because they allow Atlanta Falcons and they suck.
Mm-hmm. Funny enough, Atlanta fans, bruh. I was just thinking about this yesterday. You know how stressful they have to be? Because year in and year out, they're like, we're going to the Super Bowl. And they haven't even won a single Super Bowl ring. You see, I would say act like you've been there before, Atlanta fans. But y'all haven't been there. Or no, let me retract my statement. You were there in 2016. You had a 25-point lead. Everything was looking, man, y'all fans are already celebrating. Oh, we're Super Bowl champions. We blew out Tom Brady. We blew out Tom Brady, y'all. Saints fans can't say nothing now. And then 2 quarters later, started crying, man, after that James White touchdown, bro. Man, I still remember that final score. I didn't watch the game, but anyways. Well, today it's going to be, the start of our season festivities. The rest of our shows until the off season, really. Well, mainly the preseason. This show we're going to give our predictions for the 53-man roster, and we're also going to break down like our, it's kind of like a mini what's to come this season. Like we're going to preview our game against the Chargers and what do we want to see in that game. So, Dad, I'm going to ask you, who do you think, and try to keep it to 53, obviously. So if I were you, I would, probably count along the way so you don't go over that limit. But who at quarterback do you see making the team?
I think the quarterbacks that will make the team will be Tyler Shough and Rattler. That's it. Just 2.
All right. At QB, yeah, look, QB is an interesting position. However, I unfortunately do see the Saints keeping 3 again. I think they're going to go Shough, Rattler, and Haener. The only reason I think they're going to keep Haener is so they don't risk like losing him to like a practice squad, and they can have somebody in case Rattler or Shough go down. So that's why I think they're going to have Haener so they don't risk losing him via practice squad. So that's so far 2 for you, and that's 3 for I. At running back, and I just want y'all to know, Devin Neal unfortunately suffered an injury, so he will be limited in the preseason. And Nick Saldiveri, I know this is not anything to do with running backs, but we also got word last week that Saldiveri suffered an injury and will be out for the entire season. So, that didn't really mean much to the team, but, it sucks when guys go down with injuries anyway. But at running back, who do you think makes the team?
Obviously, you have A.K. Alvin Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Kendrick Miller makes the team.
Kendrick?
Yes. And I think either Cam Akers or Clyde Edwards-Helaire will make the team. Not both of them. I think one of those guys will make it. And I think that person will be Cam Akers. I think our LSU boy is going to get cut. That's what I think. And then rounding out, I do think Devin Neal makes it. And that's it.
All right. Jerry says, "Hey fellas, hey Jerry, how you doing?" Says we got 2 returns tonight. Okay. What 2 are you referring to? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, man. NFC South Roundtable at 7 p.m. and John Barnes at 7:15. Yeah. In fact, I actually just finished making a voicemail for John. Shout out to John. But yeah, so yeah. And I just a reminder, if y'all want to see more of Hurricane Mike tonight at around 9 o'clock, we'll be going live on the Kyle Phelps YouTube channel. So if you want to see some more of me along with Kyle, tune in to Kyle Phelps at 9 o'clock. All right, just friendly plug. All right, so our running back, you said Alvin Kamara, you said Kendra Miller, and then you said Cam Akers and Devin Neal. All right, all right. Now for running back, this is interesting. Because with Devin Neal's injury, I don't think this injury really means much when it comes to making the team, because he's a rookie. I'll bet it was a good voicemail referring to the Falcons. Nah, I decided to give the Falcons a break this time because it's the first. I want to wait till they actually get talking. No, I just made the voicemail talking about the Saints. But don't worry, Jerry. Be patient with me. Don't worry. Later this season, when it actually gets spicy, don't worry. Then that's when, because I don't want to roast them too hard early this season because I'm gonna run out of pickup lines for the later part. So don't worry, I'm gonna get them soon. I'm gonna get them. Don't worry.
You gotta wait till they start playing so we have something to laugh at.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna get them eventually, just not yet. Jerry says, yeah. Don't worry, their time's coming. Their time's coming in the sun. Don't worry. Don't worry. I didn't forget about them, but their time's coming. Yeah, I run it back. Look, I had the same 4 guys that you do. I got Kamara, Devin Neal, Kendra Miller, and Cam Akers. I just think that, Clyde, when he did play last season, he wasn't that productive. And Cam Akers, Super Bowl champion Cam Akers, ever since his injury, he hasn't been the same. But Cam Akers, I will say, when he first started in his career, he looked like he was a freaking at least top half running back. All right, Connor says, "What's good, boys? What's good, Connor? How you doing, man? You excited that season's starting? Your Buffalo Bills start on Hard Knocks, I think, today. So, excited for that, All right, now, Dad.
I don't have HBO, so I can't watch it.
Yeah, I got HBO Max, I think, so maybe it's on there. Let me check banners.
Have you ever seen Hard Knocks before?
I've seen clips, but I haven't seen an entire episode.
You should really, if you have HBO, you really need to watch it. It's amazing. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, yeah, but like you said, I haven't, right? Well, I had HBO Max, but I didn't know if that had Hard Knocks on. But I'm every single year, it's I say I'm gonna try to watch Hard Knocks, but I end up don't. But I'm gonna actually try to watch it this year if I can. So yep, tonight's the debut. Yeah, I don't know when it airs. I'm probably gonna have to. They do have the episodes on tomorrow, right? As well, the rerun, on HBO.
I don't know. I don't have HBO, but when I used to watch it, it's some good stuff.
All right. Well, because if they do have it on forever, I guess. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna have to watch it because, like I said, I go on with Kyle tonight, and I think it airs at 7 or 8. Well, maybe I'll be able to watch it tonight. I don't know. But anyways, so now what receivers do you think makes the team?
Okay, let me.
There are a lot of receivers. So you're gonna have to cut a few people.
That's right. I'm gonna go with Brandon Cooks, Rashid Shaheed. Brandon Cooks, Rashid Shaheed. What is going on with my depth chart? Where is Chris Olave? Was Chris Olave traded or something? Jeez.
No.
Okay, there he is. Chris Olave, Bub Means, and my last one's gonna be between Kevin Austin Jr. Mason Tipton.
Okay. Which one are you picking?
I'm going to go with Tipton.
Tipton. Ooh, that's kind of hot. All right. Hoodie says who that hoodie, man. Shout out to Hoodie Jew, man. He just made a new series called Motivational Monday. I would suggest go check it out if you want to get closer with the Lord. So yeah, shout out to him. Anyways, and that's something I might end up doing later down the line. If I get bored, I might it's probably not gonna be a live. It's probably not gonna be live, but I might, now and then, whenever I get stuff ready, I might, give us like verse of the day and stuff that we can do during the show. But I'm actually have to get some stuff prepared for that. But anyways, yeah. So you have, all right. So you got Brandon Cook, Shaheed, Olave, Bub Means, and Mason Tipton. All right, I think this is the first. Well, no, because I can't remember. All right, so our receiver, I got Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Brandon Cooks. I think those three are mainly locks. I think Cooks does the fight to make it, but I'm gonna have him on this team. I also got Donovan Peoples-Jones making it. I got Bub Means and Kevin Austin Jr. I think Kevin Austin proved a lot last season, and I think Bub Means, from when he was playing, he showed that he had some connection with Spencer Rattler. Because Rattler was I think his first career touchdown was to Bub Means, and that was ironically Bub Means' first career touchdown too last season. So yeah. All right, Jerry says, just saying, welcome back in this morning game on the John Barnes Hotline. Hoodie says, Saints Super Bowl year coming. Rattler QB1. Yeah, shoot. I think shoot. Dad agreed with you because Dad in his predictions had the Saints win the Super Bowl. So we'll see. But yeah, great stream Monday night. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, so I think the receivers. I think DPJ makes it in. And yeah, I had it between Austin and Tipton as well, but I think Austin just gets the nod. All right, tight ends. Who do you have?
Juwan Johnson. I got Jack Stoll. And give me Michael Jacobson.
So you think Foster Moreau gets cut?
Yes, I do.
Wow, okay. Interesting. All right. Well, for tight ends, I got Juwan Johnson, Foster Moreau, and I got Jack Stoll as well. All right. Hold on. Okay. Hoodie says, LOL, imagine us being seen as a 2-win team and we go to NFC Championship like Commanders. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like a lot of people be forgetting that not just because, you see, this is the problem I have with the sports media. It's like they're all short-minded. Like they only think about what happened last year, right? They don't bruh. Unless you're like the Jets, who went from a 7-win team to people thinking that they were going to make the NFC Championship because they got Aaron Rodgers a couple years ago. If you're not them, it's like, bro, okay, the Commanders, yeah, they improved, but they won 4 games a year ago, so we're going to have them be terrible again. It's like, bro, that don't make no sense, dude. Years change. Teams change. So I don't want to hear that. All right, Hoodie said a tight end, Juwan Moreau, and Hoodie Jew. Okay, good to know. How much touchdowns you catching this year, Hoodie? But yeah, I have Jack Stoll making as the third guy, mainly because our tight end room is depleted after Dalen Holker retired. And yeah, so Jack Stoll I would put at 3. All right, who you have making it at the center position of the offensive line?
The center position, I have, of course, All-Pro Eric McCoy. And I do think Will Clapp is going to make it as his backup for depth.
Yeah, I agree with you. I got Eric McCoy and Will Clapp making it. Will Clapp, who was on this team prior to the Kellen Moore era, so I was like, you know what? I think he's going to do some great things this year. Well, as a rotational center, but all right, my stats will be 100 catches for 1,500 yards. Hold on.
Ooh.
All right, and 20 touchdowns in Offensive Player of the Year. shit, if you do that and the Saints still don't, like, the Saints better win the Super Bowl if you're doing that. But yeah, at center I got McCoy and Will Clapp making it. I think because look, we're probably keeping at least 2 offensive linemen at every single position because injuries are a pain. But yeah, all right, who do you have making at the offensive tackle position?
Offensive tackles, rookie Kelvin Banks Jr. is going to be your starting left tackle, and the right tackle I believe is going to be our last year's first-round pick, Talise Fuaga.
Okay.
And for depth, I think our boy Landon Young is going to make it. He's got a little experience. He's played guard and tackle, so I think he's going to make it.
Okay, so you got Banks, Fuaga, and the young but experienced Landon Young. All right, offensive tackle. I actually got 4 guys making it offensive tackle. Now, one of these guys I could see playing guard as well, but I got Kelvin Banks Jr. making it. I got Talise Fuaga, and I got Dylan Redunz, who is kind of like that guard / tackle type of guy. And I also got the guy that we signed after the draft, Blake Wesley, who I believe played in the UFL last year. So I think he's going to make the team. Yep. Hoodie said autism is not a disability, it's a ability. Yeah, to those that don't know who you're referring to, that's a quote I said. Shout out to Darman, he's a YouTuber. And he one time made a video a couple years ago. It's been years. That's crazy. But yeah, and that's where I first heard that line, and I'm like, that's a fire line, bro. I'm gonna use that if I ever get the chance. So yeah, whenever I do, that's yeah. So autism isn't a disability. But yeah, man. Yeah, but yeah. So I have Blake Wesley sneaking onto the team because of depth reasons, and so I have us keeping 2 left tackles and 2 right tackles. Now, who do you think is going to make the offensive guard position?
The 2 guards starting will be Trevor Penning and Cesar Ruiz. And let's see, for depth, I'm going to go with, give me Shane Lemieux. He's got a little experience. I don't really know the other guy, so I'm going to say none of them's going to make it. Maybe they'll make the practice squad. Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I totally forgot to put Cesar Ruiz on there. It's not. I mean, I'm not acting like he's a top 5 guard, but still, it's like totally forgot. But yeah. So I'm just gonna have Trevor Penning and Cesar Ruiz making it. I think Shane Lemieux is probably the closest guy on this team. Hoodie said Dylan will make it. Yeah, I had Dylan put in that offensive tackle. But like he's type of that hybrid guy. He can play tackle and guard at a high level. And I think yeah, good veteran from the Titans. Yeah, man. Look, shout out to Kyle, who I'm going live with tonight at 9:00. So stay sharp. Or stay tuned. But yeah, he said that because obviously you know how the Bengals signed Lucas Patrick, and we were talking about that the other week, and he was like. And then I was telling him, hey, we signed Dylan Redunz, and he was like, I ain't gonna lie, I would rather Dylan Redunz over Lucas Patrick. And I was like, okay, that's good to hear. So yeah, but yeah, yeah, and obviously Nick Saldivari, who got injured, so he's on IR. So even if he was to make the team, he doesn't count towards 53 because he's on IR. And for him to ever, I mean, he's out for the season, but if we were to bring him back off the IR list, then we would have to cut somebody. So yeah, and I just figured out the IR does not count towards 53. At defensive end, Dad, who's your defensive end is going to be to sack Michael Penix 6 times this year?
All right. This is going to be a hot take. You ready for a hot take?
Sure, the hot, the better.
Sound the alarm. Here comes a hot take.
Okay.
Your edge rushers will be Carl Granderson, Chase Young.
That boy Chase. Chasing the quarterbacks.
Jasheed Davis.
Who?
Jasheed Davis.
How do you spell that?
JASHEED E-E-N Davis.
Oh,
Yes,
all right.
Sheen Davis.
Because I
And
didn't have my
then
own voice. I didn't know as well. All right. See?
and then the last two I have Isaiah Foskey
All right.
and Fadil Diggs.
So Chase Young gets, or Cameron Jordan gets cut.
Yes, he does. That's my hot take. I don't think he's getting cut. I think he will retire before the final cut. That's my hot take. I don't know any, inside sources, but that's the feeling I have.
I mean, yeah. I mean, shoot. We've already had 4 players call it quits. Well, why not another one? I guess. But yeah. At defensive end, I got Chase Young. I do have Cameron Jordan making it. I think Jordan can still be really valuable other than his play. I got Carl Granderson making it. I got the newly signed Jonathan Bullard, and I got Isaiah Foskey. Foskey, I think they're still going to try to develop him and try to at least salvage the second round pick. So yeah. Now defensive tackle / nose tackle / whatever you want to call it. Who do you have making it?
Brian Breeze, Devon,
That boy Brian.
how you say that? Gochut?
Good. Watchow.
Godchow?
Yeah, I mean,
spell
bro,
their names right.
he's from New Orleans, bro.
Devon Godchow.
So,
And
yeah,
Colleen Sanders.
Colin.
Nathan Shepard.
Oh wow, you finally a normal name.
Yeah, finally. And that's it.
Okay, so you got that boy Brian Brzee, Devon Godchow, Colin Saunders, and Nathan Shepard. All right, and Dad, this is not related to the 53-man roster, but you excited at the end of the season to watch Drew Brees get elected into the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just saw that the other day, and I'm like, bro, I can't wait. But anyways, defensive tackle, I got Colin Saunders, Nathan Shepard. I was keeping 5 this year. Colin Saunders, Nathan Shepard, Devon Godchow, Brian Brzee, and Vernon Brofton. So I think we both have the same defense tackles making it, except I added Vernon Brofton, the rookie out of Texas. I think he went to. So yeah, Vernon Brofton, I think makes the team. Yep, he's gonna be one of those last guys. All right, linebacker. The back of the lines. Who do you have making it?
I have Pete Warner, Demario Davis, Nafi Sewell. Nafai. Boy, these people with these names, they drive me up the wall. I got DeMarco Jackson. I got rookie Danny Stutzman. And last but not least, give me Jaylan Ford.
Okay, you got that boy Jaylan Ford making it at the end. Hold up, let me finish this. All right, so Pete Werner, Demario Davis, Nafi Sewell, DeMarco Jackson, Danny Stutzman, and Jaylan Ford. Okay. At linebacker, I have Demario Davis, Jaylan Ford, Nafi Sewell, Danny Stutzman, Pete Werner. So we have the same guys at linebacker. All right, at corner, who do you think makes it?
The starting 2, I believe, will be Isaac Yeldon. That boy Kool-Aid. That's your 2 starters. Then we have the backups to provide depth behind them. I got Quincy Riley. Okay. I got Rico Payton. And give me... I'm not going to be able to say his name right here. Rajon Wright.
Rajon Wright.
Rajon Wright. And
how do you spell that?
How you spell that? Let's see.
Yeah.
R E J
J.
Z Z
Okay, I got the Z.
ONH.
Bro, what was his mama on when naming her child, bro?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right. Well, so you got Isaac Adam, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Quincy Riley, Rico Payne, and Rajon Wright. All right, at
Sounds
corner.
good.
Yep, all right, corner. I got Kool-Aid McKinstry, Alontae Taylor. Dang, you got Alontae Taylor getting cut? That's crazy.
Oh wait, I didn't say Alontae Taylor.
That's not what I heard.
Man, you know what? Because whoever got these notes for me, they're fired. Okay.
Okay.
For some reason, my depth chart has 3 cornerbacks, and I didn't see the end of it. I don't know. So yeah, Alontae Taylor and Hugo Abadi makes it.
All right, so okay. So do I gotta keep this Rajon Wright dude?
No, let's go ahead and cut Rajon because I can't even pronounce his name anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and cut him. I'm not saying his name every day on this show. Come on now.
All right, so Alontae makes it in with Ugo Amadi. All right. All right, yeah. Well, corner, I got Kool-Aid McKinstry, Alontae Taylor, Ugo Amadi, Quincy Riley, and Rico Payton making it in. I think those are 5 guys that I would most rely on, and that's if they don't sign Asante Samuel, because the depth chart could look different if they sign Samuel. All right, who's going to make it at the safety position? Probably the most intriguing position on the team right now.
It is no more Honey Badger. So here are the safeties. Julian Blackman, they signed him basically because the Honey Badger retired. So he's going to move right up and into a safety position. And we have Justin Reed making it as the other one. And for depth, I'm going to say Jordan Howe makes it. And JT Gray makes it mainly for special teams, but he'll be on the team.
So, wow. So you have 4 J names making it in.
Wow.
Crazy. But yeah. So at safety, I actually got a lot of safeties. I ain't gonna lie. I got JT Gray, Julian Blackman, Jordan Howden, another J named Jonas Sanker. Is this not crazy to anybody? Justin Reed and Terrell Burgess making it in. The only reason I put in Burgess is because that's the only guy's name I knew. Because I had I think 52 guys at first. Well, first I had 54, but then Nick Saldivari went to IR, so it was like it was a bunch of crazy stuff. But yeah, I put Burgess in. He was like the last guy I put in. All right, at kicker. Who's the kicker?
I don't even think this is a competition at this point. I hear Blake Grupe is having a great camp. I hear he's only missed like 1 or 2 field goals in practice so far. And Charlie Smythe, if that's even how you say his last name, he misses like 1 or 2 a day. So yeah, I think I'm betting on Blake Grupe, and I'm so sure about this bet, man. I'll bet everything I got Blake Grupe makes his team. Nah.
Yeah. All right, what about the punter?
Punter. Matthew Hayball, he had a decent season last year. I think he runs it back and he makes the team.
Okay, Matthew Hayball, the punter. And last but not least, the long snapper.
Ooh, man, I've been waiting to see who's our long snapper going to be. No, but it's going to be that boy, Zach Wood. I mean, that boy could snap some long snaps, boy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he deserves to make the team, and he will make the team.
Yep. Now it's my job to see if you have 53 guys or not. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. That's 50 guys. You got to add 3 more.
Give me my boy Rajon.
Rajon's back.
Rajon's back, man.
All right,
I'm
hold
sorry,
on.
bro. I'm sorry. I tried to cut you, but I'm gonna give you another chance. So Razan's back on him, and
All
I guess
right,
go ahead and give me the third quarterback. So we're
Jake
gonna
Ham.
go with Jake Hayner.
All right.
And we're gonna put Decker probably on practice squad or something.
Oh, Becker already got cut.
So you already got cut. No wonder he's
Yeah,
not
he
on my
got,
roster. All right.
yeah, he got cut last week. All right, who's one? Now you need one more guy because now that's 52. You need one more.
One more. I'm gonna go with a linebacker because we're running a 3-4 this year. We're gonna need more linebackers than anything. So give me Isaiah Stallbird.
Yeah, Isaiah Stallbird. That's another great name.
Awesome
Stallbird.
name. Yes.
I'm gonna name my kid Stallbird.
Don't do that. No.
Yeah, I'm not planning on it. All right, but anyway, so that's 53 guys. So that's your 53-man roster, and we got my 53-man roster, and we're gonna see how dumb we look by the end of the preseason. But speaking of that, now let's go into what we want to see out of the Saints Chargers preseason game that's coming up this Sunday. Your boy will be streaming live. I think it starts at 3 o'clock. So if you're not busy, which I doubt y'all will be since it's the preseason, but come chill with your boy. So, Dad, what are you looking for most to see from the Saints in their preseason opener against the Chargers? We're grateful that we already saw the Chargers and how they played last week since they played in the Hall of Fame game. So, how do you see the Saints playing, or what do you want to see?
Well, the number one thing you want to see in the first preseason game is definitely to get out of the game relatively healthy. No major injuries. That's number one. That's what you want to see. The second thing, most of the starters aren't playing, but the guys who will be playing at quarterback, what's going to matter. I mean, we have a quarterback battle going on, so we need to see what the quarterbacks do, even though they're playing with second and third string people. Let's see how they lead. Let's see if they freak out. Let's see them move the ball and see if we can get the ball in the end zone. That's what I want to see out the offense, out the quarterback position. And I mean, I'm interested in seeing what the defense looks like, but I mean, they're not going to show too much in preseason. I'm interested to see what that 3-4 looks like. If it's going to be a base 3-4 the majority of the time, or if they switch it up, do different packages. I'm looking for that, but I don't think they'll show too much of that in the preseason. So, I mean, there you have it. I'm not looking for too much. Just get out the game healthy, people. Get out the game healthy.
Yeah, look, man, we're playing the Chargers, right? And I think it's gonna be like last year, where we kind of kept flip flopping between quarterbacks, during the preseason games. I think I want to see some more of that this year, man. We we don't have what was I trying to say? We don't have Derek Carr no more, right? So this is probably the youngest QB room in the NFL right now. So what we need to do, we need to have one of our guys, at least one, assert dominance. Okay, show that you are the most dominant QB in this room. Because if both of y'all pan out, y'all might both be in the league for years because y'all are that young. So, and Jake Haener, I'm not really worried. I'm sure Jake Haener's going to get in the game at some point, but I'm not really worried about him. Also, another thing I want to see, though, I want to see how our rookies do. Like, how is Danny Stutzman doing? We're probably not going to see Devin Neal since he suffered the injury. But how are these guys doing, man? Like, how's Quincy Riley, but also Rico Payton? How's he doing? I know he's not a rookie, but it's still good to see some of your sophomores play, like Khalif Fouad, and I won't be shocked if we see some of Kamara, or some of the starters in general. I won't be shocked because usually that's what the Saints do. They usually play the starters for like a drive, maybe 2 drives, and then they pull them. But yeah. But so yeah, is there anything else you want to say about the Saints before we move on to the next subject that I got?
Well, you say like normally what the Saints do. I mean, we really don't know what Kellen Moore does. We have to remember that we have a new coaching staff, and we've seen coaching staff play it different before. Like Sean Payton didn't like to play anybody until the third preseason game, and other coaches, like you said, they like to play their starters in every game, at least a drive or so. So let's see what Kellen Moore does. He might have a whole different, thing. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. What's good, Mike and brother one? Yep, that's my dog Kyle. What's up, Kyle? A great 84. But yeah, um, but yeah. However, Dad, I heard something last week that I thought was kind of funny. So you know how the Hall of Fame game happened last week?
Yep.
Well, some guy named Brandon Perna, shout out to him. He was like, "Bruh, you know what I want to see in the Hall of Fame game? I want to see the Hall of Famers play against each other."
No, you don't. No, you don't.
He wants to see some backs breaking, hips breaking. Like, bro, that was funny. So, how would you think a Hall of Fame game between Hall of Famers would go?
They'd have to have oxygen masks on the bench. They have to have EMS trucks all lined up around the field. It would be bad. It'd be terrible.
Yeah, but that would be funny though. Like, bro, just imagine next year, Drew Brees takes a snap and he throws it, and it's caught by Larry Fitzgerald for the touchdown, just like old time's sake. Crazy, you know. Or it's a handoff to Frank Gore, and it's in the end zone. Stephen Gostkowski hits the field goal. Yeah, it would just be crazy. I doubt that will ever happen, but yeah, that'd be crazy. No, now I kind of want to see it, but yeah. So, anyways, but the NFL, man, look, I ain't gonna lie, this is probably the deepest off season probably in the NFL, in probably at least 5 years, because like usually it'd be like June and July are the dark parts of the off season. I didn't feel it that way. In fact, June started off with a bang with that Jalen Ramsey trade. It's like, bruh, okay, guess we're getting active. And man, that boy Rashid Rice going to jail. How you feel about that, Dad?
Book him, Dano. Book him.
Welcome, man. But speaking of that, Jordan Addison, man, getting suspended for 3 games. How you feel about that?
Need to stop whatever he was doing. I mean, what were
Speeding.
you doing? Speeding. Y'all need to, they need to stop breaking the law, speeding, hitting people with their cars. I mean, it's really getting bad around these rich athletes.
Yeah. And I think Shador was caught twice speeding, so he's already starting his career off. The Browns rookie got arrested, Quinshon Judkins. I think he was a second round pick too.
But did you hear that Shador is going to be starting their game?
I did hear that. So what are you looking from him on Friday?
I'll definitely be watching. I want to see how he looks. I want to see if he's consistent. If he even knows the plays. I mean, do you know the plays, Shador? Let's see if you can break the huddle and.
Yeah, I mean, if Shador works out, the Browns could be a sneaky good team this year if Shador works out this season. Because I actually like that team, man. I think the only reason that they haven't been good the past couple of years is because of bad quarterback. You give the Browns, if you give the Browns Geno Smith last season, I feel like they would have at least won 7 games. Like 6 or 7.
But they had Deshaun Watson, bro.
But that's the thing, right? The only reason, in my eyes, the Browns haven't been good, and the same can be said for a lot of teams. Like the Giants, they could have probably at least finished second or third in their division if they had a better quarterback. Like their defense was one of the best defenses in the league, but when you have Daniel Jones and Drew Lock throwing the ball, you ain't going too far, buddy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Daniel Jones had that one season. I tried telling people, Daniel Jones I don't even know how he became a first-round pick, bruh. I don't know if Daniel Jones had something on the Giants that we didn't know about, but, bruh, he had like 4th-round talents, bruh. And he went in the first round, bruh. That's crazy. But, yeah, like, that's like saying if the freaking Saints would have drafted Kyle McCord in the first round of this year. It's like, it's like, bro, no. Especially in the top 10. It's like, no. That's literally the same exact thing. But yeah, in fact, I think Colin McCord was probably better in college than Daniel Jones was, and yet Jones was a first round pick. He was even top 10. But yeah. But anyways, moving on. Last week we broke the news about Terry McLaurin requesting a trade, but then a day later, that boy Micah wants to come to New Orleans. He didn't say that, but I'm allowed to dream. How you feel about that boy Micah trying to leave Dallas and leave that boy Jerry Jones alone?
They can, say whatever they want to about Jerry Jones, but I'm on Jerry Jones' side on this one. Listen to me. I like the way Jerry Jones handled this. Jerry Jones looked right in that camera, right there, and said, "I ain't trading Michael Parkins for nothing." You know, Parkins ain't even his name. I was trying to do Jerry Jones' voice, didn't work out too well. But no, my boy Jerry said he wasn't trading Michael Parsons for nothing, and I like that. I mean, don't let these athletes tell y'all what's what. I mean, y'all own the team. You know, they're the players. Y'all the owners. I mean, I'm only making $50 million. I want to be making $70 million. Man, Jerry Jones ain't trying to hear that.
That is true, man. But I will say this though, that if you had the option to trade for Terry McLaurin and Michael Parsons to add to the Saints, which one you going with?
I'm gonna go with Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons.
I probably would too. But man, also another thing, right? Micah said he wanted to be a Cowboy, so
He did.
a lot changed the past year. You know, I mean, I see both sides of it. It's like Micah. It's like he wants to get paid. You know, but the Cowboys is like, well, you don't want to like hamstring your future for a guy that's like But yeah, and also another thing, bro. What's going on in Cincinnati, Dad?
What do you mean?
Man, the Bengals, bro. They just finally paid Shamar Stewart, but they still not going to pay Trey Hendrickson.
Well, he's in camp, isn't he? So maybe they're working on something. Maybe they're close. Hopefully they're close. I mean, he definitely deserves it. He's definitely a force on the defensive line. They better pay the man.
Hey, do you remember when Trey Hendrickson played for the Saints?
Yes.
What if we were to run it back?
Let's do it.
Yeah, crazy. It's crazy. Something about the freaking preseason though, and like a lot of players requesting trades. It's like this kind of reminds me of like when Myles Garrett said he wanted to leave, and then the Browns just threw a freaking blank check at this man, and then he just signs like, bruh.
That's what it's all about. It's all about, saying this, saying that in the media. Just to try to make them nervous, try to, get a deal done. That's all that's about.
Yeah. Well, Dad, what rookie are you most excited to watch this upcoming weekend for the preseason?
Tyler Shough. I ain't even stuttered with that one. Tyler Shough. That's my rookie I want to watch this weekend, other than Shedeur Sanders.
Okay. What about Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter, number one wide receiver for Jacksonville now, I hear.
Yeah, he's the number one receiver and the number 2 corner. Well,
and the number 2 corner, right? I think they got that. I think they got that flip flop though. I think he should be corner, sooner than he should be receiver. But we'll see.
I mean, clearly he's doing something in the receiving game in practice. Davante Adams though broke earlier saying that that he doesn't think Travis Hunter can do both ways. How do you feel about that?
I think you can, in a part-time position, like certain packages on offense, certain packages on defense. I think more likely, the full-time cornerback and certain packages on offense. But that's me. I'm not the coach.
Well, Dad, also another thing. Guess who we're playing next week after the Chargers?
I forgot. Tell me.
The Jaguars.
Oh,
So we might be seeing some Travis Hunter.
you might be for 5 plays. I mean, this is preseason, bro. Do we play
Yeah, I mean,
Do we play Jacksonville in the regular season?
no, but we do play Tennessee.
Whoopie do.
But hey, man, like we're playing Cam Ward, bro.
I ain't worried about no Cam Ward. He's gonna be like a Jamarcus Russell bus.
Bro. Nobody's gonna be Jamarcus Russell type of bust. Like, yeah, Cam Ward may be a bust, but Jamarcus Russell was a special kind of stupid. Like, this man got fat. This man, what else? He like literally didn't even look at the film. Like, bro, Cam Ward has to freaking do some stupid stuff off the field if it means he's gonna be the Jamarcus Russell type of bust, like, bro.
They be like, Jamarcus, you want to watch film, bro? He's like, nah, I'm good. Let me go eat this cheeseburger.
Bro, he was with the Raiders, and Doug Peterson, who's their head coach at the time, literally gave him like a blank CD, and Jamarcus came back the next day saying that CD looked pretty freaking good.
Yeah, I watched all of that, Coach. I mean, I stayed up late watching that. That was good. I'm ready for the game. And man, there ain't nothing on that CD, man. My bad.
That must have been awkward, bro. Like, yeah. Got caught laughing in the chat. But yeah, and also another thing, man. And look, we're just going over the preseason right now. I'm just thinking about questions off the top of my head because, I'm just trying to think of what else we can talk about. How you feel about the Giants, though? Because Abdul Carter it was listed as their bench, and Jackson Dart was listed as QB3. How do you feel about the Giants, and their first-round rookies not even being starters, or with Dart, he's not even a backup right now?
I think you need a drug test. All those people over there in New York. I mean, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to run no football team. I mean, you've seen that last couple of years.
Yeah, bro. Like I would say it, with Daniel Jones. But like, bro, that's not even the same GM. But it's like with the Giants, bro. They chose to pay Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley, bro.
Drug test.
Like, if you look at some of the biggest mistakes in the history of planet Earth, not even the NFL, but the biggest mistakes of planet Earth, man, screw the Earth, the entire freaking galaxy. That is probably the biggest mistake ever.
That was a fumble. That was the second greatest fumble in NFL history.
What was the first?
O.J. Simpson dropping that glove when he jumped over the gate.
Oh yeah, that was a big fumble. Man, going on the speed chase.
You have to Google that one if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay.
But yeah, like with the Giants, it's like, bruh, big bruh, man, what are y'all doing? And also, how you feel about the Jets, man? With
Jets
Justin
suck.
Fields.
Jets suck. Justin Fields suck. The offensive line sucks. The city sucks. The restaurants suck. The nightclubs suck. I mean, everything about them suck.
Good to know. Let's do some more thinking. All right, how about this? In the third preseason game against the Broncos, you know what would be the funniest thing though? Is if Sean Payton, who's the Broncos coach, just does the pettiest bullcrap ever.
Like what?
We're just plays the starters the entire game. Just to beat us in a preseason game. Well, do you think where would that be on your petty list from 1 to 10?
Like I said, some coaches approach preseason different. Like John Harbaugh in Baltimore, he likes to win preseason games for some odd reason. So I wouldn't put it past somebody to play the whole starter just to stick it to their former team.
Yeah. But yeah, you remember when they had that crazy preseason win streak with the Ravens?
Yes.
It's like it was like what 20 games or something, and then like they lost to Washington, and like people thought that the Ravens cared more about the preseason than the regular season. Like, do you think that they actually do? Or,
I don't think more than the regular season, but he did put an emphasis on winning in the preseason. Like, it was some kind of momentum you was building into the regular season. I don't know. I don't believe in that.
yeah, I think he actually beat the Saints. I think once or twice during that win streak. So yeah, I think it might have been twice. I definitely remember him beating the Saints at least one time. It was like I think in 2021 because I remember Ian Book played that second half and I wanted to puke my eyes out. Yeah, I remember that. But bro, do you remember that Ian Book Texans game like a couple years ago in the
Yes.
preseason?
Yes.
It's like, bro, that man. Not only did you take a sack, but you refused to call a timeout, bro. That, like, I understand it wasn't your responsibility to call timeout, but I saw that and I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna do good this year
Yeah.
if we can't advance past the preseason.
Did you see that Ian Book game against Miami on Monday Night Football?
Yes, he was the only reason he played was because of an accident. Because freaking sickness and COVID.
Yes, that's right.
Anyways, let's think of anything else before we end the show. Can you name me the top 5 dumbest things Atlanta Falcons have ever done?
Number 1, being born. Number 2, thinking they deserve to be on the same field with the New Orleans Saints. That's 2. Number 3, running what's his name? Running Michael Penix out there to play quarterback. That dude can't play no damn quarterback. That's 3. Number 4, actually thinking that, oh man, we're gonna beat the Patriots. We up by 25 points. Man, this is good. This feels good. No, that's the 4th stupidest thing y'all have ever done. And the 5 stupidest thing is to think that the 2025 season is going to be any different from you. It's not. Falcons fan, look at me. It's not going to be any different. Y'all going to suck. Y'all going to lose every game. Book it.
Yeah.
All right.
And one last thing before we head out. What's your top 5 Saints versus Falcons moments?
Top 5 Saints versus Falcons moment. I mean,
like whenever they play against each other, and you're like, ooh.
I remember Taysom Hill running over people left and right. I remember Marcus Colston having a big game against them. I remember Drew Brees always having a big game against them in Atlanta. Drew Brees messed up a little bit in the Superdome against Atlanta. I remember that. Number 4, I would say, I think like the last 3 or 4 years of Sean Payton, we like swept them like every year, like 2 or 3 years in a row. I can't remember, but sweeping the Falcons, that feels nice. It does. And let's see, there was one back in the day where we just like murdered them, like 40 something to 10 or something. That was pretty nice too. Way back before you were born.
Okay. What about week 1 of 2022? Where does that rank on the scale?
I can't remember what happened.
When Atlanta was up 26-10 going into the 4th quarter, and the Saints kicked the game-winning field goal.
Oh yeah, so that was the new thing. The 26-10, right?
Yeah.
Instead of 28-3, 26-10.
Well, yeah. But yeah, and remember, Younghoe Koo went out there and kicked the 62-yard field goal, and that thing got blocked. And ironically, that was the start of the Dennis Allen Saints. And we all thought Dennis Allen might have Dennis Allen might actually did something. But I remember screaming so hard that game because I thought we were about to lose when we were down 26-10. And I'm like, bro, Dennis Allen freaking sucks, dude. Like, and it was like, bro, shoot, I mean, You did do the sucky now, but Dad, is there anything else you got to say to the phone?
One more thing. I forgot about the Steve Gleason block game.
Yeah, that's probably the best. Other than the Super Bowl, that's probably the best moment in Saints history.
Right. So, yep, we good.
Yeah. Well, Dad. Well, hold on. Let's give a shout out to these people real quick. Shout out to Jerry G. Shout out to Connor. Shout out to Hoodie Jube, and shout out to the Noah Chop podcast. Caught a great 84 for stopping by for the 125th edition of the Hurricane Mike Show, where you can find us every weekend, starting in a month. And we doing three times a week again, man. We finna do this till we're both in the grave. Anyways, so yeah, so Dad, where can you find you?
You can find me right here at Mic'd Up Sports. Come check me out on way over there on Hurricane Mike Show every week. Soon to be 3 times a week. Let's go. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm. You can also find me at Hurricane Mike, Kyle Phelps tonight, and Keeping Real Who That Sports podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn bell on so you don't miss any future content. And we're gonna leave you as always with a Who Dat, and don't be a what?
Don't be a Falcon fan. I'm out.
I'm out too.